Hello, this is Keith with the Georgetown County School District, and today I'm going to show you how to make a PDF into a workable, editable Google slide or Google worksheet and send it to students. So first thing I'm going to do is I pulled up in Google. I'm going to use state capitals PDF worksheets, and I like this one down here, so I'm going to click on that one and it pulls it up over here. So I'm going to use this one, and I'm going to get my snipping tool, and I'm going to get a new snip out of this, and I'm going to try to get it without all the border around it. Let's see. And it's always a good idea to make sure you're using a PDF that is in the Creative Commons. So there is my snip, and I'm going to do a File, Save As, and I'm going to save this as, I'm going to put AAA capitals, and I only put AAA so it'd be easier for me to find when I go to search for it here in just a moment. I'm going to hit Save, and I'm going to save it to my desktop. Save, and so I can close out of that. Now, I got that off to the side. I'm going to save. I'm going to go up now and go to my Google, and I'm going to open my drive. Or I could have gone up here to what I call the Rubik's Cube, and I'm going to get new Google slide. All right. Now the first thing I need to do is I'm going to title this. I'm going to title this State Capitals, and then I'm going to highlight, because I don't want these particular text box on there, so I'm just going to click above and just highlight and make sure I cover some of both of them, and it actually covers all of them, and I'm going to hit delete. Now that's a little trick. And now I'm going to go up here to File, because I want it to look like a piece of paper or look like the one that I copied. I'm going to do Page Setup, and instead of the widescreen, I'm going to custom screen and make this an 8.5, 8.5 times 11, which is what a normal piece of paper would be that we would work on. And I'm going to click Apply, and then you'll see that it's here. Now, normally what we would do is we would insert an image, and we would put the image in here. But that's too easy for people to move around, and it gets messed up and moves off the page. So what you want to do now instead is you want to insert a background. So I'm just going to click on Background. I'm going to choose the image, and it gives me the option to either go to my Google Drive, or I can browse for a file that I have on my desktop. And there it is, capitals in the AAA. And I'm going to hit that Enter, and it puts it in there, and I'll say Done. So now I have that. Now you see, I can do all of the stuff all over the top of it here, but it does not move because it's the background. So that's one important part. Now the second part of this is if you insert a text box, and I'll just show you this real quick. If you insert a text box right here for students to use, a lot of times when they come in and click on it, they will type something in there, you know, X, Y, Z, they type something in there, and somehow I know that accidentally they will get it moved, and it's easy for them to move. So we're going to put something else in. Instead of putting in a text box, even though it's not impossible for them to move, it is a little more difficult for them to move. So this time I'm going to do Insert, and I'm going to insert a table, and I'm going to put a 1, which is a 1-by-1 table, and it puts it into my worksheet. I will move it down, slide it up to capital, or right outside the capital that I want it to work with. I want to give it a little extra room there for them to be able to type. And when I do that and save it, then it puts a box in, but it shows them where they can type. Now I'm going to move that over just a little bit so you can see the whole word. Now, if I type in here right now, X, Y, Z, whatever it happens to be, I like that font, and I like that style. So, and the size of it is okay. So I'm going to leave that the way that it is. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to click, and I'm going to copy, or I could have done Control C. I want to copy that. Let me go back and copy that and move this up a little bit and make a copy. But you'll get the idea. I'm going to copy, and then I'm going to paste, and then I will just move that one into place for the next answer that I will have. Okay, and I can just do Control C and Control V, Control V, Control V, Control V, and continue on down. Now you may not want to do it for something that has this many answers, but just to get the point of how you would do this. Okay, so after I have that done, then it is now going to be saved in my Google Drive. And when I go to a classroom, let's see if I can go to a classroom real quick. And I'll choose one of my Classroom 101 down here. I'm going to do a classwork. I'm going to create an assignment. And I will just call this real quick States. And I'm going to add from my Google Drive, and it's going to be the most recent thing that I've done. So I'll click and add that, or insert, or I can double click, either one. It will put it in there. I put whatever instructions are in here that I'm going to put, and then I want to make sure that I assign it to make a copy for each student. Once you've done that and send it, you won't be able to go back and change it. So then I'll click assign, and it will be assigned. When students now pull it up in their assignment for that particular Google Classroom, you will see that they will be able to click in there, hit it, and turn it in. I'm going to pause and move over to the student side, and we'll look at it from there. Okay, so now I'm on the student side. I can go to classwork, or I can go to right from where I was on the stream. You'll see that the places are there. I can move them around if I'm a student, but it's not as easy as it is for them to do that. So they can just click right into there. They can answer. They can click right into any of these. They can answer them. And once they finish answering them, they can then turn those in on those assignments. So I hope this has helped. And so here is, I went ahead and answered one so you can see. Now you'll notice that it doesn't have a turn in up here. So all I'm going to do, since I have it up here, I'm just going to close that out. And I'm going to go back to the view assignment, and then I have it in here. If I could want to check to make sure, yes, I have it answered, and I am in the assignment, and I will be able to, as the student, to turn it in. Hope this has worked out for you. And this has been another Tech Coach video. Please subscribe to our channel when you get there. Thanks for watching.